Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector. We'll continue on with our multiplayer tips section here. We are working with the Tyranid faction currently, and we're moving on to the Gargoyles here. Before I get started, if you're enjoying these videos, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. But moving on to the Gargoyles, so they cost 45 points. These are kind of a swarm unit, so as you can see they have 8 models per squad. Each one has 30 health. So grenades and things are not typically enough that they can one-shot these guys, whereas they can for sure with the Termagants with their 20 health, and usually can kill most of the units. There usually be a couple left with the 25, but for the Gargoyles, pretty regularly you're going to have units that are going to survive a grenade attack. They have 1 action point, 6 movement, so these guys are usually very helpful when you're playing a strategic command objective, or even conquer something where you want to get there real quick, because there's a lot of bodies. They can soak up a decent amount of fire, and they can help you capture the points. They've got no armor, so they've got this 1, so pretty much everything can do damage to them, and they have a baseline 15% evasion. They only have a single weapon, and that is the Flesh Borer. It has 3 attacks for 3 to 5 with an armor piercing of 1, has an optimal range of 2 with a base accuracy of 80, and every square that's off of the optimal square of 2 will have a 5% drop in its accuracy. Now these guys do have several abilities. The first one is the Blinding Venom. It blinds and poisons the enemy with a ranged attack, so they use this instead of, so it does use up their action point. And in addition to doing some basic damage, it also causes the units to suffer a 30% ranged accuracy penalty for 1 turn. Or 2 turns, I mean. It has a negative or a -10 evasion penalty. These do not stack, and it expires in 2 turns and has a 2-turn cooldown. This is just a what would you call it, a trait, so it's not really an ability, but they are flyers, so they can avoid movement penalties for any terrain, which is why another reason they're pretty good at capturing strategic points. And then just like all these low tier units that the Tyranids have, they can benefit from the swarm tactics. So by themselves, they're really not going to dish out a lot of damage. If you're fighting armored units, you're probably going to want to use the Blinding Venom, so you can stack up additional damage. But if you can get them surrounded with a lot of other units, then you can end up increasing the amount of range damage that they do by, what would that be, 100, let's see, 70, so 140% damage. So now all of a sudden you're talking about fairly decent damage, and you can use these guys to kind of strategically move around and snipe either Sanguinary Priest, the Lieutenant, the Tech Marine. You know, you can actually do some decent damage with these guys. So that's kind of what I would recommend. And then with the Blinding Venom, I think we kind of talked about this before, but if you use them to lower evasion, then you can have other ranged units then do additional damage and increased accuracy to these guys. And then just like all these low tier infantry units other than the Gene Stealers, they also benefit from the Synaptic Leader buffs. And just to remind you of what that does, it increases the momentum gains by 75%, the accuracy by 10%, and the evasion by 5%, and that stacks up to 3 times. So if you're getting 3 of them there, these guys have an evasion of 30%. So now you're starting to have units miss attacks not infrequently, whereas the 15 doesn't seem to make a huge difference. So now all of a sudden you can get an idea of how these guys can actually be good harassing units with all of their mobility. And if you can really get them moved around, you can actually do some hit and run tactics if you can hide behind terrain and just be a big pain in the ass. Or if the opponent is doing a heavy ranged army, you can put a bunch of blinding poison on all their units, and then all of a sudden the Hellblasters aren't hitting very often. Now the one thing to be aware of is the Blinding Venom does not work on mechanized units, so and it does nothing against all Necron units. Necron units cannot suffer the effects of the Blinding Venom, so definitely very frustrating because they can be poisoned and have other penalties, but they can't be blinded for whatever reason. I don't know what the deal is for that. I kind of feel like it's an oversight because the other debuff abilities like the Weird Boy Blindness, all those things affect Necrons, but for whatever reason the Blinding Venom doesn't. So don't try that, because it's cost me a couple of matches where I'm like, oh, I'll run these guys in, attack those Locust Heavy Destroyer, and start messing up the Immortals. Doesn't happen. So we'll get started on a match here to kind of give you an idea of how to use them. Actually, I think I am due for a Tyranid match here. Alright, bring you guys over this way. Try to set up for a flank. Those are big hits there. Ooh, that's a big hit. Smack him back. Yeah, so they're avoiding that partial cover. That's why he was able to hit me so hard there. If you're kind of confused, like, man, why is he doing all that damage? That's why. Alright, you might as well just hit here. He's down. Oh, man. The one thing I didn't think about is you're not getting all those momentum stuff because all these other units are so far away. Alright, well. We are here to learn about gargoyles, not to just beat and abuse the AI, so that is what we will focus on. Let's bring you over this way. Unfortunately, the synaptic leader is so far away. I think what I'm going to have to actually do is bring you up this way. So do something like that. And then we can do this. We're going to bring you up here. And we'll do that. So now this guy has 4 for his synapse. So you'll see he does 4 to 6 times 24. So let's hit him. That is how powerful these guys can be when you're using them to snipe. So now you can get an idea of how easily these guys can snipe enemy leaders when you're having them set up correctly. And then if you want to do empower, you can end up getting it to 60 range, minus 60 ranged accuracy, minus 30 evasion, and it expires in 4 turns. So this would mess up a ranged unit for pretty much the whole freaking match. So that's pretty crazy. Alright, let's bring you down here. You can come over this way, I guess. Bring you down this way. You can just get the kill here. Bring you up here, let you shoot into these guys, I guess. Nice. And again, this isn't even with all the momentum gains and everything, because I'm still moving them kind of like an idiot. I think given how much damage I suffered, I should probably heal them again. Bring you up here. Yeah, we can just do a little bit of that, I guess. 3 attacks. Yeah, so poison was 20 damage, okay. He's wanting to melee me. So that's a really foolish idea. That's like AI thought process there. And then that was healed up. Let's let you just shoot here. So we're going to try to move guys up so everybody has the 4 synapses. But it's like you can see, we're just kind of moving all these guys around here. To try to set up for the most damage here. Nice. Actually, I might as well just empower this. There you go, good damage. Let you shoot into here. Get your bonus melee. Get your bonus melee. You attack here, so that's going to be 9, so that's like 90 something. Alright. Oh, you didn't do enough. I thought he was going to go down for sure. My mental math is not serving me well today. But go ahead and shoot into these guys. Nice. I'll bring you up here, get the kills. Let you surge again. Fire into here. So boom. Let's come over here. Blinding Venom. Let's make sure it just... So you see it does some damage and they're poisoned. So what I want to know is how much poison damage will that do? I'm guessing it's going to be 20 per unit, but I can't remember. So I'm here to experiment, so you don't have to. Yeah, I can't stack like that. Oh, you're facing the wrong way, guys. Yeah, so 20 per model that was poisoned. That's what I thought. Okay. Which means you could effectively kill or completely wipe out one of those guys. Alright, and you guys got all your stuff here? Nice big hit. Now the other thing I wanted to see is if I bring all you guys over here, will this get any benefit? I don't think it does. So you had 3. How about you? Maybe it actually does get bonus damages from the synapses here. Okay. I didn't think that was going to work that way. But that is an idea of how to use the gargoyles to run around, snipe enemy leaders, capture points, and just generally harass your units. And if you're able to get them to be empowered. If you can empower that blinding poison, man, that would be a bad day. 4-turn, major accuracy, evasion bonus debuffs. Oof. Any major ranged unit that's an infantry, that's a really bad day. You could, like I said, probably take out some Hellblasters and nullify them for most of the match. So bad time for sure. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.